22 mei komt de Game of Thrones live concert experience naar het Sportpaleis in Antwerpen. Maar wij gaan vandaag al eens kijken op de repetitie hier in Londen. Die meneer daar, dat is Ramin Djawadi, dat is de componist van de muziek van Game of Thrones, maar die dirigeert hier ook gewoon alles zelf. So this live experience, it's pretty impressive, and this is not even the entire setup. So it's much more than a concert, isn't it?
Yes, and that was always the idea behind it, because I thought the show itself is such a special show, and I thought when we do a concert, let's just do something that's never been done before, and let's create an orchestral concert. Let's have the visuals from the show, but then let's even push it a step further. Let's design our own stage, and then there's dragons in the show, so I thought, well, let's have some fire, let's have some pyro, and I really wanted, when the Game of Thrones fan come into the arena, that they feel like they're in Westeros, and as we play the music, they really get immersed into the show and just relive their favorite scenes and really get into it.
And you've talked about how you have synesthesia, so that means you see colors when you compose or when you hear music. Does that play a part in this? I mean, like the colors that are used here, are those the colors you see when you compose?
Actually, a little bit. It's funny that you say that, actually, yeah, because I do, when I write my music, I do see colors, and as we were doing the lighting for the show, there were a couple of moments where they had chosen a different color than what I had seen when I wrote the music, and I said, no, you can't, this can't be green, this has to be red, because to me it looks red. So, you know, so we changed some of that based on what I...
So basically we see what happens in your mind.
Some of it, definitely, yeah.
Composers are usually working like in relative isolation. Your work is pretty lonely. Right now you're in front of a big crowd. You're conducting, you're playing the organ yourself. How different is that, and do you have to get used to that in a way? Or?
Yeah, it's definitely a completely different thing, but it's something I really enjoy, and it's nice for me to get out of the studio. And then on top of it I really enjoy seeing the immediate reaction from the audience, because that's something I normally don't get to experience.
When they hear the main theme, do you hear something in the audience, like they react to it, or?
Oh yeah, I did not know what to expect, because I did not know if the audience would behave more like a classical audience, maybe, where they're just quiet and then possibly clap after each piece. But the shows we have played last year at the US tour, the audience got really into it. They would scream, they would boo at the character if they didn't like a character, or if they love a character, they start screaming, and that's something I really wanted. I was hoping that would happen, and for the audience to just let loose. I mean, it's a contemporary concert, and I want people to relax and have fun.
Ja, dat is het, hè. Deze troon die verhuist binnenkort naar Antwerpen. Daar zal de zaal nog 10-20 keer groter zijn, dus dat wordt sowieso episch.